Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahshua Hara HaKodash, the one that's apostles, great millstone, and salutations to the elect, which you hope to be. Now, it's your brother Hawaii from GMS Chicago. Got a quick little lesson for you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelites who better shame looking like heathens, who spirit bear witness that they're a child of Heavenly Father. In the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, who the world inly calls Jehovah God. And the name of the Heavenly Son is Yahweh Shai, who the world inly calls Jesus Christ, or Jesus Christos, or Yeshua, Yeshua, Yahweh. And pretty much, this lesson is going into how the Lord is bringing his spirits of vengeance and stuff, all the beasts of the field, but guess what? What's another creature, another human and stuff, and as you can tell on the news and whatnot and stuff, it's been a bunch of humans, bunch of Negroes, Latinos, and natives, all 12 tribes and stuff, and the heathens and whatnot and stuff, when they come down to the force, the police and the military and stuff, and they shooting you niggas down and you bitches, and this is GMS Rebuke the Tempter too. Now, when you see this video and stuff, the bald eagle, when you read the book of Obadiah, it's referring to Esau Edom and stuff, like how he's set himself on high. And it also tells you that in Deuteronomy 28, chapter verse 50. How it's referring to Esau, during the Roman Empire, which were the Edomites, Vespasian, Titus, and Vespasian or something like that and stuff, the second brother, and those was Edomites at that time and stuff when they was ruling in the Israelite persecution, man. The Yasharala persecution and stuff, in the time of 70 AD. Now, with the eagle and whatnot, when you see this video, what's going to happen is that you're going to see them on a bed of trash, and it just shows how, how America is falling, and I can understand how the brother, thought of this as Babylon America in a spiritual sense, but also, it shows that these bald eagles and stuff, for the fact that they on this trash, that they not eating like they used to and stuff. They're not going out hunting and whatnot and stuff, so we're gonna watch the video and stuff, and I'm gonna go into some presets and some other videos as well. That's exactly what America is. Trash. So I'm finna grab these precepts right quick. This is second address in Apocrypha chapter 5 verse 8. It says, there shall be a confusion also in many places. It says, and the fire shall be often sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places. Now, when it come down to these bald eagles, they live in high areas and stuff, man. It could be a tiny little tree, skinny little tree and stuff. Probably don't got no branches at the top, or it can be like a mountain peak and whatnot and stuff, and that's where they set their beds at, man. And what they do, they hunt. They got good eyes and whatnot, where they can see from a far distance and stuff. They can swoop in on a rodent real quick and whatnot and stuff underneath the rubble. But where you see them at, they in a place where trash is usually stored and stuff. Now, if trash is stored like that and stuff, then guess what's close? Population, people. Right? And it says, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters, right? And menstruous women shall bring forth monsters. That's you single women and whatnot, raising up Israelite men and whatnot and stuff, and they only fall after your vibration and stuff, so all they are emotional. And the first thing that they think about doing and stuff is getting revenge or to try to flick harm, because that's what you women do. So that's what they mimicking. You know what I'm saying? Since the father's not in the household or not wanted in the household, or you find some type of way where he can't be in the household. You know what I'm saying? So now even there was a woman that was saying that she looked at her son as not being a man, but you the one who raised him. You know what I'm saying? So where you feel at, you know? You thought you was gonna be able to raise a man and stuff without, with you not being a man and stuff. You thought you was gonna raise one, and now you disrespecting him in the end. You know what I'm saying? Because he like you, he feminine with long hair and whatnot and stuff. You know, you know. Now you tripping and whatnot and stuff. No, it's your fault and stuff from running the man out the house. But anyways, this is going into the creatures. But you women are creatures, men are creatures as well. We all creatures and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So this is Sirach or Ecclesiastes in the Apocrypha, chapter 39, starting at verse 28. It says there, I'm start up verse 25. It says, for the good are good things created from the beginning. It says, so evil things for the sinners. And 2/3 of Israel are sinners. You Negroes, Latinos, and natives, all 12 tribes. Y'all sinners. It says the principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and blood of the grape, which is wine or grape juice. It says in oil and clothing. It says all these things are good for the godly, so to the sinners they are turned into evil. Verse 28, it says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you got a bunch of bald eagles, and that is a lot, you probably just saw they black feathers and stuff, or dark brown feathers and stuff. But if you look closely and stuff, you saw that they had white heads with yellow beaks, and those were bald eagles. You know what I'm saying? And bald eagles are the largest bird, I believe, that's on the face of the planet. You know what I'm saying? And you saw how the man like kind of got close and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You saw the talons on that bird, man. You know what I'm saying? And look, it's a bunch of them. It's a gang of them and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And they on the trash bag, so that means they looking for food. You know what I'm saying? So just like how the scriptures talk about this cannibalism and stuff. You know what I'm saying? With how there's going to be cannibalism when you read Leviticus, Lamentations, the 4th chapter, Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. You know what I'm saying? And numerous of verses and whatnot that talk about cannibalism. Isaiah 9 and 20. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if people can get so hungry and stuff that they'll eat another person, then guess what will happen when it come down to animals? You know what I'm saying? They also get desperate. Now, usually when it come down to animals, like when it come down to lions, usually they go for the babies and whatnot and stuff because it's easy pickings. But if there's no babies around and stuff, or any smaller animals and stuff for them to be able to pick off, you know what I'm saying, before they even start committing cannibalism and stuff, they'll get desperate and they go after other animals. They'll go after an elephant in its grown estate. They'll go after a giraffe in its grown estate. You know what I'm saying? You know. So what you think is gonna happen and stuff when you got these bald eagles and stuff and they looking for food? It's nothing in the trash. And ain't no more rodents. They picking off the rats and whatnot and the mice and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing else for them to get and stuff. What are they gonna go for? They gonna go for the next smallest but yet bigger than what they usually go for, which is gonna be a child. It's gonna be a baby. You know what I'm saying? And if you ever seen Jurassic World, the one with the Spinosaurus, when you saw them pterodactyls, now I didn't know before. But pterodactyls, they carnivores. You know what I'm saying? And pterodactyls and stuff, they'll pick off another person and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it'll be the same way when it comes down to people, man. You had a little Edomite boy and stuff, and he was on the scooter, and he was riding down the street. You know what I'm saying? You had, it looked like a pigeon and whatnot and stuff, and he kept pecking at his head, man. And he was over there ducking and dodging and stuff, trying to get away, scooting his ass off. You know what I'm saying? But wasn't getting away because the bird was still tormenting him and stuff. That's what's coming. And if you were 2/3 and stuff, you know what I'm saying, somebody who want America to keep going and stuff, who want to get rid of COVID so you can continue in your festivities of America and stuff, hey, you going to be taking part of this, man. You consider yourself as a senator. right? Verse 28, it says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. It says, in a time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Now, who made them? The Lord, the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? Proverbs, the first chapter and stuff. Since you disregard his hand and stuff, he's going to laugh at your calamities. Calamities means trouble, the things that happen and whatnot and stuff. And most of you all are going to be put to death and stuff. You're not just going to be in a situation where you just struggle and just struggle and just struggle. Well, you're going to be in a situation where you just struggle and struggle, you know what I'm saying? But it's going to lead to death, you know what I'm saying? Because 2/3 of Israel, they're not going to repent. You know what I'm saying? You know, Amos 5 and 10, they hated him that rebuketh in the gate. You hate the fact that we tell you and give you warning and whatnot and stuff. So that lets us know that you were 2/3. Because other than that, you would have took heed and stuff and repented for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You know? And you would have been woken up spiritually. But since you're still in that carnal mind, then guess what? You're not going to get saved. You know, you're going to take part in this. It says, verse 29, it says fire. Look at California, always burning up. It says in hell, and I think it was either Indonesia, you know, or somewhere in Mexico and stuff, and they had hailstones the size of golf balls and stuff. And the thing is that when stuff fall, like if you take a bowel movement off the you know, like the Sears Tower and stuff, they'll arrest you for that and stuff, because with it being so small, it'll get cold real quick from the high altitude and stuff, because the higher you up, the colder it is, you know what I'm saying, you know, and it's going to build up philosophy and stuff, and it'll get so hardened that if it hits somebody in the head, they're going to die, just like when it comes down to a penny. If you drop a penny off the Sears Tower and stuff, you know what I'm saying, or Willis Tower, whatever you want to call it, it will kill somebody and stuff, you know. And of course, if it's a larger object and stuff, of course it's going to kill somebody and stuff. But the smaller object, the worse. You know what I'm saying? You know, so when it come down the hill, being the size of golf balls and stuff, and the clouds can be like 40,000 feet in the air and stuff, and it could be a storm and whatnot and stuff. It's real cold up there. So when it's falling and whatnot and stuff, that's why it says, like when it snow, or like it's icy rain or something like that, or the rain freeze over and stuff, it said you got certain buildings, you know what I'm saying, that's tall enough, and they got a sign where it says watch out for falling ice and stuff, because it can kill you or give you concussion. You know what I'm saying? You know? And it says in famine, and famine is well on its way. And part of that judgment, you know what I'm saying, you know, it's that when you read in 2 Kings, the 6th chapter, verses 24 through 29, it talks about how women are so weak, don't care for their babies and whatnot and stuff, and they making bargains, you know what I'm saying, making trades and stuff to eat their own children, because you women are fickle, you know what I'm saying, you weak, you know what I'm saying, you the weaker vessel, you know what I'm saying, you know, you're going to do anything that you can to survive for yourself, not survive for the other ones, you know what I'm saying, you know. It says, and for you men too, a lot of for you men too and stuff who don't get the spirit of the Lord. It says in death, and most of this is causing death. A lot of death is going to come to you 2/3. It says all these were created for vengeance. It says teeth of wild beasts. It says in scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction. Now you can go on YouTube and you can see a lot of videos with zoo animals and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They've been finding some type of way and stuff to escape the zoos and stuff. And the Lord is going to allow that glass, that bulletproof glass, or that thick ass glass to fall and whatnot and stuff, just so you could be punished by these animals and stuff, man. You know, because you ain't going to be in league with the beasts of the field, you men, women, and children and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be against the beasts of the field and stuff, and they're going to be hungry. What it says in Matthew, the 6th chapter, you know what I'm saying? You know, give no thought what you shall eat or wear for tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And it talks about how the Lord feeds the sparrows and whatnot. Hey, most of the animals, the way they're going to get fed and whatnot is through cannibalism. And, you know, when you go downtown, you know what I'm saying? This was like, what, 2019? You had, I was downtown, I'm riding my bike. You know, I don't know where I was going, probably like CVS. I was going to the store. And I rolled past where it was a pit. It must have been a pigeon, because depending on how the blood spotter was and whatnot, it must have been a pigeon that probably got ran over by like a bus or something. You know what I'm saying? Because it was in the bus lane, you know, and you had another pigeon come around and stuff, and you see the feathers all you know, messed up and whatnot, because he was dealing with malnutrition, because he was suffering from famine, you know what I'm saying? And he was packing away at the remains of another pigeon, you know what I'm saying? You know, so if they kill off all their own and stuff, the strong the survival of the fittest and stuff, and they start picking each other off and whatnot and stuff, they gonna start coming at you people, man. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of you all ain't gonna be lucky. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you people that sit up here and train your dogs and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you wanna come down to you officers and stuff. A lot of you all ain't gonna be in league with the beasts of the field because of your pettiness and stuff, and and them canines, they gonna turn against you, man. You know what I'm saying? You pull out your gun and whatnot and stuff, and the Lord put the spirit upon them to bite your arm so you can't sit up here and shoot at them, you know what I'm saying, and rip you to shreds. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord got humor. You know what I'm saying? You got piranhas in the sea. So what are the land version piranhas? An army of chihuahuas and whatnot and stuff biting you in the sensitive areas. You know what I'm saying? And it says verse 30 again. It says teeth of wild beasts. It says, and scorpions, serpents, and a sword punishing the wicked to destruction. It says, they shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. You know what I'm saying? So when the Lord brings out this judgment, when it comes down to the different animals and stuff, you know what I'm saying, they will do it and stuff. They're not going to sit up here and be like, well, I don't usually eat that. I'm hungry, but I don't usually eat that stuff. No, they going for it. You know what I'm saying? Straight carnivores and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You just another thing on the food chain and stuff. And when you watch like certain cartoons and stuff, when some type of animal that's not used to eating human blood, when they taste human blood, the next thing you know, they go after the humans, and that's what's gonna happen, man. And look at I Am Legend when we come down to Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? He thought he was going to get a deer and stuff, and you had a pride of lions just come out of nowhere and stuff and take it. You know what I'm saying? If he would have fought against it and stuff, they would have had extra meat, So this is Leviticus chapter 26, verse 21. It says, and if ye walk contrary unto me. Now, when you go into that word contrary, it's the word korah. It's the kwa, the ra, the yah. It says encounter, contrary, hostile. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be up against the Lord, right? You want to be in opposition and stuff. It says, if ye walk contrary unto me and will not hearken unto me, and how you hearken on the Lord, through his prophets that you all hate. It says, I will bring 7 times more plagues upon you according to your sins. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you do that's wrong, that you've been warned about, but yet you still doing it and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And you continue to do it and stuff because according to Ecclesiastes 8 and 11, which I'm going to grab right quick, and I've been bringing this out for a minute and stuff, but it's all the spirit. It's Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. It says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, so since you don't get judged right away when you do something wrong, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. It says, verse 12, it says, though a sinner do evil 100 times, you know what I'm saying, multiple times, and his days be prolonged, so you still living, you still ain't swept off the face of the earth, meaning dead. It says, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear the Most High, which fear before him. And a lot of you all don't believe in the Bible. Let's just say it straight up. Y'all don't believe in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Because other than that, you wouldn't be coming up against us when we tell you what you need to do to get right. You know what I'm saying? Verse 13, it says, but it shall not be well with the wicked, and that's you 2/3 of Israel. And we already know when it comes down to the heathens, they don't have the covenant. They weren't given laws, statutes, commandments, and stuff. So you already know they're going to get judged. So it's talking about you 2/3. It says, neither shall he prolong his days. It says, and just because it says he and his and stuff, it also means you women. You know what I'm saying? Because if you women don't think that you included when it comes down to this wickedness, you're not receiving the promises, and that means that you all a bunch of heathens. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? This Israelite women and stuff, this includes you too. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be like that, it says, which are as a shadow, because he feareth not before the Most High. So even though the wicked prolong his or her ways and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Hey, the Lord still keeps count, man. You know what I'm saying? You can read that in Jeremiah 17 and 1. You know what I'm saying? And it says, it's like it. Then going back to Leviticus 26 and I read 21 again. It says, and if you walk contrary unto me, you know what I'm saying, you smoking, committing adultery, having sex with other men's wives, you a lesbian, you a homo, you're homosexual and stuff, you know what I'm saying, you into bestiality and stuff, you want to eat pork, shrimp, lobster, catfish, crab, calamari, you know what I'm saying, you into child pedophilia and whatnot, you want to deal with little infants and babies and whatnot and suck on them and fuck on them and stuff, you know what I'm saying, if you want to disturb the peace and whatnot and stuff, always trying to get your lick back, always trying to sit up here and establish your own righteousness and whatnot, try to add to the scriptures and stuff because you dislike what the scriptures say and stuff and what it's blatantly telling you and stuff, you know what I'm saying? If you continue to be like that, right? It says, I will bring 7 times more plagues upon you according to your sins. And what is sin? Transgression of law. And what does transgress mean? To break, you know what I'm saying, or go against. You know what I'm saying? To commit crime, right? And it says verse 22, it says, I will also send wild beasts among you, which shall rob you of your children. And when it comes down to the bald eagles and stuff, you over there holding your baby and stuff, you know what I'm saying, in your hand, and your baby over here reaching out and stuff because you see this big, large winged beast coming towards him and stuff with his talons out, you know what I'm saying? And think about it. When it comes down to it, they're not going to carefully wrap their talons around your baby's shoulders. They're going to cause the talents to be in your baby's flesh and your flesh, and the baby get to crying and whatnot. You're gonna look and you're gonna feel yourself you're gonna feel your baby getting snatched out of your hands and stuff. Because remember, when they come down to bald eagles and stuff, they be up high where you don't notice them. You know what I'm saying? And then they just swoop in and stuff, and then they just make their move, and you thinking everything all good. You ain't gonna look up, or you ain't gonna feel it and stuff to be like, try to catch it and stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be too late. You know what I'm saying? They gonna snatch your baby out of your hand, man. You know what I'm saying? Or you got Jake, they like to have their children either walk before them and stuff, not holding their hands, or walking behind them and stuff, so they can just check every now and then to see if the baby's still there and stuff. You know what I'm saying? A bald eagle gonna look at that as an opportunity and stuff and get food for his babies. And it says, and destroy your cattle, hyenas, dogs, you know what I'm saying, whatever. It says, and make you few in number, and your highways shall be desolate. It says, and if ye will not be reformed by me by these things. Now, when you go into that word reform, it's the word yasar, it's the yada sign of rod. Yasar means chastise, you know what I'm saying? Meaning you ain't getting in line. It says literally with blows, or figuratively with words, hence to instruct. You know what I'm saying? Instruction. When you give an instruction and stuff, it's giving you a pathway or blueprint to walk the correct way. It says bind, chasten, chastise, correct, instruct, punish, reform, reprove, sword, teach. Teach. You know what I'm saying? So if it says, and if ye will not be reformed, taught or corrected or instructed, be by me by these things, but will walk contrary unto me. It says, then will I walk also contrary unto you, and I will punish you yet 7 times for your sins. So you already got 7 times, you know what I'm saying, punishment for your sins. But if you steal, you know what I'm saying, this is the mindset of a hard-headed ass nigga, you know what I'm saying, or a hard-headed ass bitch, you know what I'm saying, because think about it. The only ones that come against these scriptures and stuff are the unholy. And what's unholy? When a man is referred to as a nigga, when a woman is referred to as a bitch or a hoe, you know what I'm saying? That's the unholiness. And this is what they're going to do. These are 2/3. They're going to not listen. But shit, hey, shit, I did this. I'm clapping the old boy's girl and whatnot. Ain't nothing happened to me. You know what I'm saying? Or you got old girls like, yeah, I got a man, but shoot, he got on my nerves now. I'm over here dealing with his brother. I'm dealing with his father. You know what I'm saying? I'm throwing it back. He got more meat. He bigger than my husband and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And ain't nothing happening to me. Hey, the Lord gonna kill you people, man. He gonna kill y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you all show no restraint. So I'm gonna skip to verse 27. It says, and if ye will not for all this, you know what I'm saying? Multiple judgments and stuff, right? And if ye will not for all this hearken unto me, but walk contrary unto me, it says it says, then I will walk contrary unto you also in my fury. You know what I'm saying? When you go into that word fury, it's the word chama. It's the chadama, chama. And it says figuratively, it says heat, figuratively anger, poison from its fever. It says anger, bottles. It says hot, displeasure, furious, furiously. It says heat, indignation, and indignation means righteous anger. It says rage, wrath, wrathful, and stuff. So if you don't change while the Lord is heated against you, you know what I'm saying, ready to judge you and stuff because his boiling point for you and stuff has reached to here, you know what I'm saying, and that top of the pot's about to blow over and stuff with that steam, you know what I'm saying, and you still doing against what he talking about. It says, and I, even I, and this is the Lord, will chastise you 7 times for your sins. And when you read up, the Lord says several times, 7 times, seven times for your sins, 7 times for your sins, 7 times for your sins. You know what I'm saying? You must be hard-headed, man, thick-headed. You know, it's going in one ear and out the other and stuff. And a lot of these people are like that and stuff because stuff don't happen like this. You know, if you can hear this in the background, you know what I'm saying? Since it don't happen like a click of the finger and stuff, you know what I'm saying, or a snap of the finger, you people still do it. You know? You be, oh shit, oh damn, boy, this shit hidden, boy, man, where you get this from? Well, boy, where you get this from? With the woo and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And smoking is illegal against the scriptures and whatnot and stuff. But since you don't get jacked in enough, since he don't deflate one of your lungs or deflate both of the lungs or send your ass to the hospital right then and there and stuff, you keep doing it and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, you all gonna get mad at the men of the Lord that give you warning to not do it and stuff, and then out of your own mouth, like the scripture says, they cause their tongue to fall upon them. Now it's talking about Esau, but also when it come down to you 2/3, here it is. You all, some of y'all don't even have to be 2/3. Some of y'all, the Lord got to really put you in a gruesome situation and stuff for you to actually change and wake up and be like, like a gang saying stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, but but when it comes down to the 2/3, you know, they with them being so hard headed and stuff, you know, they know they'll sit up here and say it's like, man, if pork is eating wrong, I don't want to be right, but then wondering why they got obesity, why they got diabetes, why they got blood pressure problems and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, why they fat and whatnot. So it's like, oh man, you know, you got people that be sitting in their crib and whatnot and stuff, and they look like the slug thing off Star Wars and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know. That had that Edomite girl and stuff in chains and whatnot and stuff, you know, who was looking to eat her, you know. You know, some of y'all be fat as hell. I'm gonna say it like that. Y'all be fat, bro. Y'all be fat. You can't get mad at nobody. Why you calling me fat? That's what you is. You know, a lot of these people already know that you all are fat already, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you want to change, but yeah, you keep eating the same greasy spoon, fried chicken, fried fish, you know, fried pork, whatever and stuff. You know, you been indulging in the wrong foods, man, and stuff, and want to change, but yet you still eat the same thing, man. You know, and it says, verse 29, it says, and ye shall eat the flesh of your sons, and the flesh of your daughters shall ye eat. So guess what? That shows that it ain't finna just be wild animals and stuff that you see off Animal Planet or in the zoos, you know what I'm saying, that's going to be coming after your children. It's going to also be you people. You know what I'm saying? You know, y'all, cannibalism is going to come. Cannibalism is going to come. And Joe Biden ain't doing shit for you. Donald Trump ain't gonna do anything for you. You know what I'm saying? Your leaders ain't gonna do anything for you. That's why they sitting up on the steps. You know what I'm saying? Against the police and the security guards and stuff of the White House. You know what I'm saying? They mad because they president ain't doing nothing for them. You know what I'm saying? And you gonna see more of that. You know, of that neglection. You know. So, hey, when it comes down to these animals, they ain't gonna be the only wild beasts and stuff. You know, when Jake sit up here and say that they raw and something, or they break somebody's ankles in basketball and stuff, or they rock somebody or juke somebody in football and stuff, they call themselves a beast. So anything that you raw with and whatnot and stuff, or you just doing a killer combo on and whatnot and stuff, whatever game or whatever activity it is and stuff, you all call yourself beast. You know what I'm saying? You know, well, you gonna be a beast for real, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it's all the spirit, how you refer yourself as a beast. You know what I'm saying? And a beast don't know anything and stuff. And you all don't understand what's going on. You know? You know, that's why the scripture says back in that Sirach, second Ezra 5 and 8, it says that it should be confusion in the streets, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you all ain't gonna know what's going on and stuff, man. You know, how we get here. You know what I'm saying? It was prophesied it was gonna be like this. You know? You know, you got people eating each other and whatnot. You're gonna be like, "What is going on?" You know, you're gonna be flipping out. What's it called? Tripping balls. You know what I'm saying? Edomites know what I'm talking about. And some of you jigs that look like Edomites, you know what I'm talking about. Tripping balls. So this is 2 Kings chapter 2, starting at verse 22. All right. It says so the waters were healed until this day, according to the saying of Elisha, which he spake. It says, and he went up from thence unto Bethel, and as he was going up by the way, there came forth little children out of the city, and mocked him, and said, and let's see what the word mocked is. The word qualos is the quadrilon aside qualos, which means desperate, that is ridicule, mocks, scoff, scorn, mean to talk shit. You know what I'm saying? To make fun of. I'm gonna gun your ass, or I'm finna burn your ass, boy. I'm finna get him, all that, right? And it says, verse 23, it says, and he went up from thence unto Bethel, and as he was going up by the way, there came forth little children out of the city and mocked him, and said unto him, and remember, Elisha was a prophet. It says, go up, thou bald head, go up, thou bald head, right? It says, verse 24, and he turned back and he looked on them and cursed them in the name of Yahweh. It says, and there came forth 2 she bears, female bears, out of the wood, and tear 40 and 2 children of them. Now you got to think about it. You really think that children was gonna let's band together, let's fight against them like it's the movie The Dinosaurs and whatnot and stuff? No. Them children was hauling what you call ass. They was getting out that jam and whatnot and stuff. When they saw one of them getting destroyed and eaten and destroyed and slaughtered and whatnot and stuff, and they then bit one and then went after another and stuff, everybody was trying to save their behind, man. You know, and Salakia for the odious words and stuff in the harsh language. You know what I'm saying? You know, but they was trying to get away and whatnot, but those children was marked, all 42 of them, because they came up against Elisha, which was a prophet. You know what I'm saying? Now, you really think that if they knew the seriousness of the level of being a prophet and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Or they seen, knowing 2/3, you know what I'm saying? But, or they seen, numerous different accounts and stuff where somebody came up against a prophet and whatnot. You really think they was going to sit up here and be like, it'd be like, go up thou bald head, go up thou bald head, you know what I'm saying? Or just in case, you know what I'm saying? Not even knowing stuff like, he might be a prophet, you never know. He was walking with Elijah, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we shouldn't make fun of him, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we should leave him alone, you know what I'm saying? And if they really thought about that and stuff, then guess what? They wouldn't have done it, you know what I'm saying? But this was written, Romans 15:4, things were written aforetime, was written for our learning, you know what I'm saying, to see that, hey, you never know who a righteous person is or who the Lord has chosen and stuff, you know what I'm saying, when it comes down to his work, you know what I'm saying, and who could be part of the elect. The 144,000, which consists of 12,000 men, each of the 12 tribes of Israel, the governing body, and the rest of the 1/3, which consists of men, women, and children who are Israelites who believe no matter how they look. And anybody that's praying for a certain person to be part of, a certain person not to be part of the elect, and is not trying to be in that mind frame, you know what I'm saying? Guess what? You a 2/3 by automatic. You know what I'm saying? Because a 2/3 is not going to sit up here and be like, well, I hope he don't become party elect and whatnot, you're gonna be hoping you party elect and stuff, and hope for the one that you think you're gonna come against. You gonna hope for them to be party elect because we all got the same goal in mind to get the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? So anybody that's like that, you a 2/3, man. You know. But anyways, it says, and there came forth two she bears out of the wood, and tear 40 and two children of them. You know, so the Lord don't care if they children. He don't care if it's your kids and whatnot. Look at Job's children, his sons, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, his children and stuff. Job tried to make sacrifices onto them and stuff because, you know, they was loaded with his riches and whatnot. They was taken care of and stuff. So they was like, you know, skip the Most High. You know what I'm saying? You know, now my father did all this. He got all this and stuff. Skip the Most High and woo to woo. You know what I'm saying? And he proceeded that he tried to make sacrifices for them. And the Lord was like, no, they already sinned against me and destroyed them. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord does not care if they're kids. Just like how the Lord don't care when it come down to you women that you the weaker vessel. He does not care, man. You know what I'm saying? You know. So I'm gonna keep going. This is Wisdom of Solomon. And you know, you people, you know, doing all you can to try to make us look like we crazy and whatnot. Remember to have that same energy and stuff when you're looking for this truth, and know that we ain't gonna tell you nothing. So this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 11, verse 15. You know, and don't get mad. Well, you supposed to be a righteous man and whatnot. Well, if you felt that way and stuff, or if you thought that way and stuff, you know what I'm saying, then you should have known that you should have gathered early and stuff instead of waiting for a rebound, man. You know? So this Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 11, verse 15. It says, but for the foolish, you know what I'm saying, devices of their wickedness, wherewith being deceived, they worship serpents, void of reason. It says, in vile beasts. It says, and you can read that in Sirach, the 17th chapter, how the animals don't have a comprehension, or they can't conspire, or they don't have a thought process. They just work off instinct. It says, thou didst send a multitude of unreasonable beasts upon them for vengeance. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, while Israel, you know, was worshiping different idols and whatnot and stuff, you know, and different beasts and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying, like the totem pole when it come down to Gad, you know what I'm saying, the Native American Indians and stuff, and some of the Semio Indians and stuff, and the Iskarites, the so-called Mexicans, you know what I'm saying, when they called themselves indigenous Indians and stuff, you know what I'm saying, you know, they was worshiping beasts, you know what I'm saying, you know, and the Lord sent beasts to destroy them, right? So verse 16, and you see that in the movie El Dorado, the cartoon and stuff, where they worship the where you had that one, because that was Issachar. You know what I'm saying? You know, the fat ass noses, it's like it, them big old noses and whatnot and stuff, them giant earrings and whatnot and stuff. You know, the different paint and whatnot. That was Issachar in the movie El Dorado, and you know, the land of the gold and stuff, and you had that one guy who was considered a priest, and he was always talking about the jaguar. They was worshiping animals. You know what I'm saying, right? So verse 16, it says that they might know that wherewithal a man sinneth, by the same also shall he be punished. So whatever you do, that's what you're going to get punished by. You know what I'm saying? Equal exchange. You go wrong, what goes around comes around. Karma, pretty much, right? It says, for the almighty hand that made the world of matter without form, wanted not means to send among them a multitude of bears or fierce lions. It says, or unknown wild beasts full of rage, newly created, breathing out either a fiery vapor. You know what I'm saying? You know, a fiery vapor is pretty much what animal do you know that does that and stuff? Remember, the Bible is true. What animal do you know that does that? A dragon. You know what I'm saying? You know, now we got Komodo dragons and whatnot and stuff, but it's talking about a dragon that has this ability. You know what I'm saying? Or any other animal that might have this ability. You know what I'm saying? You know, fiery vapor or filthy scents, a scattered smoke. It says, or shooting horrible sparks out of their eyes. It says, whereof not only the harm might dispatch them at once, but also the terrible sight utterly destroyed them. And it says in Luke, the 21st chapter, that men men dying from fear because they for the failings of hearts. You know what I'm saying? Meaning catching heart attacks and stuff. If you get scared, you know what I'm saying, let something be really magnified and stuff that you scared of and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna kill you. You know what I'm saying? Fright can kill you depending on how magnified the scare is. You know what I'm saying? You had uh, uh, you had I think he was like a scuba diver and a scientist at the same time, or whatever. When it comes down to the ocean, whatever they call themselves, you know what I'm saying, when they study the ocean, and he said, it was a documentary and stuff where he said that he had, before he had died and whatnot and stuff, or what was recorded when he told somebody and stuff, you know what I'm saying, he was frightened. He said that he saw something where the eyeball was as big as a house, you know what I'm saying, and when he saw it and stuff, his hair turned white and whatnot and stuff, and he later on that day died and stuff because of the sight that he seen, you know what I'm saying? And it says, verse 21, it says, yea, without these might they have so like verse 19 again, since whereof not only the harm might dispatch them at once, but also the terrible sight utterly destroyed them. And it also says in Wisdom of Solomon, the 17th chapter and stuff, and it's talking about the times of Egypt, you know what I'm saying, where the different plagues that was going on and whatnot and stuff. It talks about how you had fire that just lit in front of you and stuff, where it wasn't like nobody wasn't taking something and stuff and trying to take a torch and light something else and stuff, you know what I'm saying, or try to light a torch and whatnot so it can get on fire and whatnot. It was just flame in midair and it was just appearing. That's some scary stuff, you know what I'm saying, it says the crashing of water falling on the ground and whatnot and stuff was spooking people. It was, and also it was talking about how it was so dark. It's so dark that you putting your hand in front of your face. You know what I'm saying? It could be close onto your face and stuff, and yet you don't see anything. You know what I'm saying? That's scary. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Imagine if you hear something doom, 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 and it's behind you and whatnot and stuff, and you don't see nothing, but you keep hearing it doom, 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 and the noise gets louder and louder. You know what I'm saying? And it doom, 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 and it's coming close to you, and then you just see a creature just appear before you, and what you're gonna be grabbing your chest. You're gonna be you're gonna be hurt. You're gonna be hurt. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be frightened, scared out of your mind. And what was it? It was I believe it was Black Mirror, where you had this white dude and this black girl, and they was in this cabin and whatnot, and it was something heavy coming down the stairs, and it kept making noise, and he was just trying to see what was going on. But every time he heard the noise, it seemed like it was approaching him closer and closer and closer. You know what I'm saying? And then next, it's like do 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 do, and he came down the stairs, and he looked, and he saw a creature and stuff, and he died on instant because he was so scared, man. You know. And it says, Wisdom of Solomon 11 and 20. It says, yea, and without these might they have fallen down with one blast, being persecuted of vengeance and scattered abroad through the breath of the power. It said, but thou hast ordered all things in measure and number and weight. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think about it. The Lord got newly created beast that's out here. All the different mutations, the different chemicals and stuff that's being spread out into the ocean, or different creeks that lead into the ocean, and it's poisoning and mutating the different animals and stuff. Or the Lord is creating there's certain like if you go on Google Earth, you know what I'm saying, there's certain places that's blacked out and stuff, on that's blacked out in certain mountain ranges. You know what I'm saying? And those could be actual caves. Like you got a gigantic hole. I forget what ocean it is, but you got a gigantic hole and whatnot and stuff. And if it was knowing lights, you know what I'm saying? If we could see the sun is billions ways from Earth. You know what I'm saying? We got two planets in front of we got two other planets in front of the sun. You know what I'm saying? Before Earth and whatnot, and yeah, we can still receive light and still see the sun. The sun can be real big, or it can be small, whatever way and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now, if we can still see light, you know what I'm saying? In this hole that they found somewhere in the depths of the sea and stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's just pitch black. You know what I'm saying? You know, and for a hole to be like that, you know what I'm saying? If the ground collapsed or it broke up into pieces for whatever reason, them stones would have risen up or they would have got crushed and whatnot and stuff. And it's just nothing but black. You know, now it's the further you go down into the Earth's crust, the closer you get to the equator. You know what I'm saying? Or to the Earth's core. You know, so if it was lava or anything down there and stuff, it would have shown light, but it's pitch black. So it looks like something digged that, man. And that hole was large. It was bigger than the Titanic, and it's supposed to be the biggest ship that was ever created, man. You know what I'm saying? But something dug that, man. You know, you got giant squids and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You had people that you know back in the old days and stuff, how they hang up certain sharks and whatnot. You got something called a whale shark, you know what I'm saying? Even a regular blue whale or a sperm whale, them things large, bro. Like they large, you know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure that the Lord got something that would eat off them and stuff besides a swarm of sharks. You know what I'm saying? You know. So this is Job. This is Job chapter 40, verse 15. It says, behold, now behemoth. You know what I'm saying? Now, a lot of people think that the behemoth is Bigfoot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it gives off the ideal of Bigfoot, it gives off a human form. You know what I'm saying? Like an enlarged human or a giant or something, right? Let's keep reading. It says, which I made with thee, he eat of grass as an ox. It says, lo now, which means low means to look. Look now, his strength is in his loins. It says, meaning his legs. It's in his force is in the navel of his belly. It says he moves his tail like a cedar. So if it was Bigfoot, according to what people think and stuff, Bigfoot doesn't have he doesn't have a tail. He just got regular buttocks like everybody else, just super hairy. You know what I'm saying? You know? And it says he moves his tail like a cedar. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a tree. You know, it says the sinews of his stones are wrapped together. It says his bones are as strong pieces of brass. His bones are like bars of iron. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't shattering him. You know, you try to take a stick and try to go across his legs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You're just going to be breaking that stick or bending that pole or whatever you have, right? It says he is the chief of the ways of the Most High. He that made him can make his sword to approach unto him. It says surely the mountains bring him forth food. It says where all the beasts of the field play. He lieth under the shady trees and the cover of the reed and fens. It says the shady trees cover him with their shadow. It says the willows of the brook compass him about. It says, behold, he drinketh up a river. Now, it didn't say stream. It says he drinketh up a river and whatnot and stuff. So this has to be some type of massive animal, you know what I'm saying, or massive creature and stuff that can drink up a river. You know what I'm saying? You know, like what will be considered a river? You know what I'm saying? You know, the Nile, you know, the Nile River and whatnot and stuff. The four different rivers and stuff that is read in Genesis. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know Pison is one. I know, I know it's one that started with a T and then it was turned into Tigris River and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's another one. I mean, no, it started with an H, like Hideku or something like that, and then it became the Tigris River, and then you got one I think it's Goshen or something like that, or Gaishon or Gison, Gison or something like that, or Gisoen, and then you have another one, the Pison, Pilsen or Pison, whichever one and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got the four rivers, and it's saying that it can drink up all of this. You know what I'm saying, right? And it says, and he hasteth not, he trusted that he can draw up Jordan into his mouth. It says he taketh it with his eyes, his nose pierces through snares. So it has a strong king scent, like it can smell. Its nostril sensors are stronger than that of a bloodhound. Uh, uh, um, a bloodhound has 5 billion nose sensors in its nose. That's why when it comes down to detectives or if somebody's on the run, they use those specific dogs. You know what I'm saying? But even when it rains, them dogs can't smell it out. You know what I'm saying? The dogs can't smell it out. But this creature can smell of all of Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Or it says it pierces through traps. So anything that's set up that got a mass scent and whatnot and stuff, it can still smell scents underneath scents, underneath scents, underneath scents. You know what I'm saying? So it got a strong nose and stuff. And then it has to be massive and stuff if it can drink an entire river if it wanted to, man. You know what I'm saying? And of course, you got the Gulf, you got all these, you got the different mountain ranges and whatnot and stuff. It's gonna always be an endless supply of water. You know what I'm saying? But it can drink everything dry. That got to be a massive animal. It's not no small animal. You know what I'm saying? That's drinking that much water. You know what I'm saying? So this is Job 41, starting at verse 1. It says, "Canst thou draw out Leviathan, which with an hook?" It says, or is his tongue with a cord, which thou lettest down? It says, "Canst thou put an hook into his nose, or bore his jaw through with a thorn?" It's a reason why it's a question. It says, "Will he make many supplications unto thee?" Like, "Oh, please, please let me go." It says, "Will he speak soft words unto thee?" It says, "Will he make a covenant with thee?" It says, wilt thou take him for a servant forever? You know what I'm saying? You think you're going to put him on a leash and whatnot, and he going to do your bidding? You know what I'm saying? You think he's going to become man's best friend? He's God's best friend. Verse 5, it says, "Wilt thou play with him as with a bird?" You know what I'm saying? It says, "Or wilt thou bind him for thy maidens?" It says, "Shall the companions make a banquet of him? Shall they part him among the merchants?" It says, "Canst thou feel his skin with barb irons, or his head with fish spears?" You know what I'm saying? Can you pierce him? It says, verse 8, it says, "Lay thine hand upon him, remember the battle, do no more." It says, "Behold, the hope of him is in vain." It says, "Shall not one be cast down even at the sight of him? None is so fierce that dare stir him up, who then is able to stand before me." Right? Verse 11, it says, "Who have prevented me that I should repay him? Whosoever is under the whole heaven is mine. I would not conceal his parts, nor his power, nor his comely proportion." You know what I'm saying? And proportion is the word Iraq. It's the Iraq, Iraq, which means equipment, estimate, equal, estimation, things that are set in order, price, proportion, set at, suit, taxation, values. And when I went into the etymology and stuff, he was talking about the grease, so how his mass, so how big he is and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? His caliber, right? It says, verse 13, "Who can discover the face of his garment, or who can come to him with his double bridle?" It says, and bridle meaning mouth. You know what I'm saying? It says, "Who can open the doors of his face? His teeth are terrible round about. His scales are his pride, shut up together as with a closed seal. One one is so near to another that no air can come between them." So his the way his scales is and how it's plated and stuff, you know what I'm saying? If no air can come in and stuff, then because usually air can like still find its way through some cracks and whatnot and stuff, but uh uh uh, uh or like even when it comes down to like a submarine and stuff, if there's too much pressure, or if it get hit and whatnot, and water starts seeping in and stuff, it will the pressure of the water will literally, plus the air and whatnot, will literally unscrew the screws and stuff, and force water into a submarine. You know what I'm saying? You know. Well, that's water pressure, but it's like it, you know what I'm saying? But even when it comes down to air, you can go by a door and stuff. You got certain doors and stuff where they got drafts and whatnot and stuff, but it's supposed to be concealed where no air is supposed to come in, but yeah, air still does. You know what I'm saying? That's why even when, no, that's condensation, so like it. So it says, it says, verse 16 again, it says, one is so near to another that no air can come between them. So this is a very plated animal. It says they are joined one to another. They stick together. They cannot be sundered, meaning to divide it. It says, so that means that it's impenetrable. It says by his neesing, and when you go into that word neesing, it's the word atayasha. It's the I, the ta, the ya, the sha, and the ha, atayasha, which means to sneeze. It says, by his sneezing, a light doeth shine, and his eyes are like the eyelids of the morning and stuff. So they bright, you know what I'm saying? You know, like how it is in Dragon Ball Z when they get to a certain level and stuff, where they trying to be in the midst of the transformation and stuff, and their eyes have no pupil and stuff, but it's just all light. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's gonna be, you know. And it says, oh, and it says, out of his mouth go burning lamps. It says, and sparks of fire leap out. I'm saying, so it can shoot beams of light. So what this is sounding like, you're gonna see. Verse 20, it says, out of his nostrils go of smoke. It says, as out of seed in pot or cauldron, his breath kindle coals, and a flame goeth out of his mouth. So he can breathe fire. You know what I'm saying? You know, it says, in his neck remaineth strength, and meaning that he got a thick neck. You know what I'm saying? It says, and sorrow is turned into joy before him. It says, verse 23, it says, the flakes of his flesh are joined together. They are firm in themselves. They cannot be moved. So he's impenetrable. It says, his heart is as firm as a stone, yea, as hard as a piece of the nether millstone. When he raises up himself, the mighty are afraid. You know what I'm saying? Who the mighty? Anything else that think that it could be against it. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, think it be against it, right? It says, by reason of breakings, they purify themselves. It says, the sword of him that layeth at him cannot hold the spear, the dart, nor the habergeon. It says, he esteemeth iron as straw, right? So he's crushing iron like it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hay or something. And brass is rotten wood. And when you around rotten wood gives in easily. You know what I'm saying? Rather than live wood, right? It says the arrow cannot make him flee. So it's not gonna be scared. No bullets. It ain't gonna be scared. No arrows. And ain't gonna be scared of no missiles. It says sling stones are turned with him into stubble. It says darts are counted as stubble. He laugheth at the shaking of a spear. You know what I'm saying? Imagine somebody have a harpoon and stuff and they shaking. It says sharp stones are under him. He spreadeth sharp pointed things upon the mire. It says he maketh the deep to boil like a pot. You know what I'm saying? So he has this animal, this creature, the Leviathan, has the power to heat up water. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it could breathe fire. It says, you know, it says he maketh the sea like a pot of ointment. It says he maketh a path to shine after him, and who it says it's like it. It says verse 32. It says he maketh a path to shine after him. You know, so anything that's in his path and stuff, he's destroying. You know what I'm saying? And if it's shining and stuff, what's the only thing that's going to give off a light? Or what element that's going to give off a light? You know what I'm saying? Heat, fire. You know what I'm saying? So anything that's after his path is being destroyed. And it says, one would think the deep to be hoary. It says, upon earth there is not his like who is made without fear. He beholdeth all high things. It says he is a king over all the children of pride. You know what I'm saying? So this creature gets to do all these different things and stuff, right? So going back to YouTube, I'm gonna show 2 videos. This is
Get fee-free overdraft up to $100 with SpotMe. Install the Chime app today and get started.
all right. So pretty much what this is, This is they it's called Chasing Ice, largest glacier calving, ever filmed and whatnot and stuff, right? Now usually, look, this is Antarctic. You know what I'm saying? It's Antarctic or the Arctic, whatever it is and stuff. The thing is that there's no reason for anything to be dark other than that water, because the water, it's not see through. It's not like that blue color where you can look into a pond, you can see to the bottom floor. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing but just water, so it's dark and whatnot and stuff. That's why when you see like orcas and whatnot, or penguins, when they be in their area and they zone and stuff, that water be dark, pitch black. You know what I'm saying? But water doesn't rise unless something is rising from it. You know what I'm saying? And when you see the Arctic and stuff, there's nothing down there that's gonna make the snow dirty. You know what I'm saying? So let's watch it.
I'm on the phone with Jim on one of our regular check-ins. Jim, nothing's happening.
Jim. See, nothing but white snow. Only time you see dark areas and stuff is because it's shade, or it's like a little cave and whatnot where the sun came to pierce it. All white.
It's going well. We had some serious bouts of wind, but other than that, things are fairly well set up here. We've got some continuous time lapse going.
It's starting, Adam. I think. Adam, it's starting.
Oh wait, Jim, this is the
Jim.
case is starting the cab. Let me call you back.
All that.
Okay, bye. Still going?
Yeah. In that V section right there.
And if you look closely and whatnot, even though you see like a little bit and whatnot and stuff, it kind of like falling and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You see the glacier that's to the right, it's literally moving to the side. But that little bit that's going on and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like if it's an avalanche, you know how like a small movement can cause an avalanche to fall. That small movement and stuff is just a little bit, but that's not enough to push this big old glacier to the right. Now I'm finna back it up so you can see.
Okay, bye.
Right. So right here, as you could tell and stuff, you got the little valley, or little area right here and stuff where it's darkest at. It's moving, but look at this glacier to the right and stuff. This little bit of stuff is not enough to move this big piece of ice. So something is moving underneath this ice, man. Look at it.
Yeah, in that V section
It's
right
moving
there.
It's moving it.
Holy shit, look at that big bird rolling. All four running, right?
Yeah. Look at that.
Ain't no little parts of snow and stuff is gonna cause ice. Ice is breaking off. This ain't just snow that's just rolling off and whatnot. It's breaking up, man. It's breaking up. No earthquake, no nothing and stuff, because they would have felt the tremble as well.
You see how? Look at the whole thing.
Where does water come from? What caused this water to come out of nowhere and whatnot and stuff? This is all a bed of ice. Where does water come from? And we know how glaciers are. They look small at the top and whatnot, but then they be large at the bottom of the water. You know what I'm saying? Where does water come from? They showed you how it was just nothing but ice. It was nothing but snow. So where did this dark water come from unless something was rising out of the underneath the surface of this ice, man? Look at that. Look at that. Stuff rising. When is the last time you here it is, the calving's supposed to crumble, according, I didn't look up the word, you know what I'm saying, but evidently, you know, when the calve and whatnot and stuff, it's supposed to fall. It's supposed to fall. You know what I'm saying? But you got stuff that's rising. You know what I'm saying? Right? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. You saw all that ice fall and whatnot and stuff, but something is causing this water to rise. You know what I'm saying? Right? And it's big, whatever it is, right? Look at that. What is that? What is that? What is that? You see the surface of the snow. You see the surface. You see the surface of the snow, but something is big enough that it's rising out of the water, man. See that? See that? See that? What that look like? What that look like right there and stuff? It look like an eye socket, man. You know? This ain't water. That's not water, man. I wish I could zoom in, but that's not water. That's the skin of a beast, man. You know? I'm gonna rewind it. Salakia, knowing Esau, what he gonna do? He gonna do some bullshit where you can't see it and stuff. But hey, you could tell from the videos called AGU Cinema Chasing Ice, largest glacier calving ever filmed. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it's only 4 minutes and 51 seconds and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You could go see it for yourself, man. You know, I'll put it in the description box, Lord willing, and stuff. You know what I'm saying too. You know. So let's look at it. Look, something rising out of that. Look at it. Something rising. Something is rising. That's not ice, man. That's not ice. Look at it. That's a mouth, an eye. That's a creature, man. Covered in snow and ice, man. Moving under there. See, look, you got snow that's falling, you got pieces of ice that's falling, but the glacier is moving to the left. Come on, man. Now, even if the water because remember all this snow and whatnot, it's all compact together, right? It's all connected to each other and stuff, right? So even if the snow is moving, you know what I'm saying, you know, from this angle and whatnot and stuff, more than likely what it would do is push this glacier that's moving right now backwards. You know what I'm saying? You know, meaning like according to the screen and stuff, you'll see it move it to like upright, you know what I'm saying, or upright right or something like that and stuff, or what you would call, I mean, I don't know if this is north, south, west, whatever, but it would be north, it would be north, east, you know what I'm saying, if you had a compass, you know what I'm saying, you know, or you had to never eat sour weed and stuff, north, east, west, north, east, south, and west, you know what I'm saying, it would be in a diagonal direction and stuff, you know what I'm saying? It would have got pushed back, but instead you see that this glacier is moving to the left. That's because something else is moving it.
The calving face is 300, sometimes 400 feet tall. Pieces of ice were shooting up out of the ocean 600 feet and then falling.
Nah, you see this ice moving. This is ice. You know, this is ice right here and stuff. There's no reason for ice to be black with an eye socket in it, man. This is a whole beast, large, man. You know, and what they call it, Godzilla.
Try to put it into scale with human references if you imagine Manhattan.
There's nothing else that's dark black like we saw that I paused for you to see, you know what I'm saying, that's considered as ice. Now, you saw all that water. It was probably dark, but you saw that it was water because how it was moving. But then when it came down to that solid object that came out, and then they zoomed in and showed a socket, it shows that that was a creature underneath that ice, man. You know, don't bears hibernate in the winter? So this looked like a creature that's being preserved for a set period of time, whether you believe it or not, man.
And all of a sudden, all of those buildings just start to rumble and quake and peel off and just fall over and roll around. This whole...
Alright, so alright. This Godzilla movie. You know what I'm saying? If it
Arby's roast beef sandwiches, now 5 for $10.
In the Arctic, right? Arctic area, the Eudora and Godzilla Arctic fight scene. Coming up out the ice. Then the scripture says that there was smoke coming out of their nose. You know what I'm saying? And then back in that Job 41 and stuff, he was also talking about how there was that they was able to shoot flames of fire. You know. This is Job 41:21. It says, "His breath kindleth coals, and a flame goeth out of his mouth." And when it come down to lightning, because even Golgotha, whatever it's called and stuff, the 3-headed dragon with the big old wings, it was shooting lightning out his mouth. And when it come down to lightning, people that have been struck by lightning, different videos and stuff where they was able to escape from getting shocked to death, or for the ones who wasn't so lucky to get shocked to death and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Who was doing dumb stuff like climbing light poles and whatnot, or what's his name? The famous Benjamin Franklin and stuff, who put a key on a kite in the midst of a storm. Stupid. Got himself shocked. You know what I'm saying, right? It's beams, and lightning is hot too. It's just another form of fire. You know what I'm saying, or another form of light. You know what I'm saying. Or a laser or something like that and stuff. It's a form of heat and light mixed together, right? It says, verse 20, it says, out of his nostrils or smoke, and out of a seething pot or cauldron, as out of a seething pot or cauldron. And that's what happened where Godzilla did when he breathed out. It was smoke. It wasn't because it was cold. You know what I'm saying? If you pay attention to stuff, that smoke was actually a little dusty, dark color and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because it'd be fire coming out of his body, So I'm going to play the other one.
Finish your mid-fade without pausing. Try YouTube Premium on us and style uninterrupted.
This when the old girl sacrificed herself, you know what I'm saying, being a hero. All she had to do was get up on the plane. They would have flew away and stuff, you know what I'm saying, and she could have dropped that thing on dropped it and stuff until Godzilla would came through, you know what I'm saying. So I'm going to start at verse 18. This is Job 41:18. It says, by his sneezing, which means sneezing, a light doeth shine, and his eyes are like the eyelids of morning. It says, out of his mouth go burning lamps, and sparks of fire leap out. Out of his mouth, right? It says, out of his nostrils go of smoke, as out of a seething pot or cauldron. His breath kindle coals, and flame go out of his mouth. Now, I want to get this other one. And he esteemeth iron as straw, and brass as rotten wood. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that anything that gets in his way is going to get stumped. All right, so here it go right here. It says, he maketh a path to shine after him. One would think the deep to be hoary. So let's go to it. And this is spiritual and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because she looked like an Edomite. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if she Jake or not and stuff. I don't really be following these different celebrities and whatnot that be in these movies like certain Jakes are. But when it comes down to it, what Godzilla finna do is exactly what's finna actually happen to you Edomites. In the 2/3. Make a path behind him, like light. And then the scripture also says that their eyes should be like the sunrise. You know what I'm saying? Their eyelids. That's how Godzilla eyes is and stuff. They full of light. Fire shall go out there now.
Jesus.
Burn them.
Good thing he's on our side.
Devastation.
For now.
Evisceration.
Look.
For my last few scriptures, this is Jeremiah. Because when Godzilla comes and stuff, there ain't finna be no royal battle and stuff between gigantic creatures and stuff. Godzilla's coming to kill humans, anybody that's on Earth. You know what I'm saying? You know, wherever the Lord sends Godzilla to, people are going to be put to death. People are, you know what I'm saying? You know, whatever animals that's in the midst and stuff, they're going to get destroyed as well. So this is Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 1. Then said Yahweh, the Lord Yahweh unto me, though Moses and Samuel, which were prophets, stood before me, yet my mind could not be toward this people. Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth. It says, and it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go? Meaning you're going to ask for guidance. You're going to be like, what should we do? You know what I'm saying? What do we do? It says, then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, such as are for death to death, and such as are for sword to sword. You know, because, you know, humans and creatures as well. You know what I'm saying? You know, why they God, the heathen and stuff. You know what I'm saying? We all still humans, you know. And what do Jay got? Swords, guns, you know what I'm saying? Weapons, right? It says, which is 2/3 are going to get hit with. It says, and such as are for the famine to famine. Remember we read in Sirach, the 39th chapter, you know what I'm saying, the 28th verse to verse 31, you know what I'm saying, that fire, hail, famine, and death are vengeance of destruction, or are spirits of vengeance, you know what I'm saying, including the teeth of wild beast. And it says, and such as are for captivity to captivity. And a lot of people are going to find themselves locked up, you know what I'm saying, you know, for whatever reason and stuff, you know, going against the kings and the priests, like it says in 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, coming against the authorities and whatnot and stuff, you know, doing these different riots and whatnot. People are going to be in jail, or even also in FEMA camps and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying, based off this Rona, right? Verse 3, it says, and I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord, the sword to slay, it says, and the dogs to tear, you know what I'm saying, and for you people that got a bunch of, you know, feeding these dogs, and they be the size of Great Danes and stuff, and they're not even a Great Dane, because you've been feeding them certain type of ways, so they can be huge or large and whatnot and stuff, look like small lions and whatnot, or small bears, you know, or full-fledged bears, depending on the dog and stuff. If you can't maintain their food, or if you can't maintain that dominance and stuff, they will try you. You know what I'm saying? They will fight back, you know, or the Lord can put it on their spirit just to attack you and whatnot and stuff, man, you know. And it says, it says in the fowls of the heaven, you know what I'm saying? Like we saw those bald eagles, you know what I'm saying? And then it was an article about how it was like a bunch of vultures, you know what I'm saying, coming out came out of nowhere. Black vultures came out of nowhere. And vultures, they don't go after live food and stuff. They go after dead meat. You know what I'm saying? Whatever remains and stuff, you know what I'm saying? They go after dead meat. So and the color black represents death. You know what I'm saying? That's why when it comes down to the cartoon character, you know what I'm saying, of death with the scythe and stuff, and he's a skeleton, but he got all black on, it's because black represents death. You know what I'm saying? That's why we say that we ain't black people and stuff, because we know what color our skin is. It's brown. So how the hell you black? You know what I'm saying? You got yellow bellies and stuff, like I like to call them, light skin, people with melanin and stuff, you know what I'm saying, who look as they can look as light or as white as Caucasian, but yet that they black, but yet they nowhere near that color. So what you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Black represents death. It's a color. You know what I'm saying? They put us in a class, you know what I'm saying, between white and black, but neither race is either that color. White Caucasians are not white people, and so-called Negroes, and you got Native American Indians, and you also got the so-called Mexicans, where you have some that's also dark brown and stuff, but or brown, or even the darkest of brownness and stuff of Israelites and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They're not black. They still brown. You got women out there that's chocolate. Like when it's dusk or it's dark outside and stuff, you probably just see eyes and teeth. But you got dark skinned women out here and stuff, and you put them in the sun, they still brown. A lot of people think that their hair is black and whatnot and stuff, but really, if you put it in the sun, it's really just a dark shade of brown. The only time that it's jet black and stuff, if it gives off a blue shine, like you see off black cats. Black cats have even when it comes down to first and foremost, when it comes down to black cats have when they shine in the sun, the coating of their hair and stuff, it turns bluish. That's how you know that it's truly black. But what is that superstition that Jake had when it come down to black cats? If a black cat roll past you and stuff, you know what I'm saying, that's bad luck. So black means death. Black means something bad, and this is what you all want to call yourselves, man. And it doesn't make any sense, right? So it says the dogs to tear, and the fowls of heaven, and a beast of the earth to devour and destroy. You know what I'm saying? And when you go into that word devour, it's the word of call, and it says to eat. What you think they're gonna do? They're gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna consume. They're gonna feed upon you. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be meat. And the scripture says that people's bodies shall be like the dung upon the earth. Just like when you go into certain areas and stuff and the geese be traveling through, you know what I'm saying? And you see boo-boo all over the place and stuff. That's going to be people for real. It's going to be mass death that's going to come, man. And a lot of people are going to die by numerous of different ways and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So this is my last scripture. This is Habakkuk. You know what? I'm gonna grab it. I know I quoted it, but I'm gonna grab it. So this is it's like, bear with me. It's like, bear with me. I'm looking for the scripture. It's like it. This Matthew 6:25, it says, "Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink," meaning for the elect. You know what I'm saying? 144,000, which consists of 12,000 men, each of 12 tribes of Israel, the government body, and the rest of the 1/3, which consists of men, women, and children who are Israelites who believe, no matter how they look, that they come back and keep the law, statutes, commandments to the best of their ability and stuff, mingle with faith and who believe, right? It says, it said what it says nor yet for your body what ye shall put on, is not the life more than meat, and the body than raiment. It says, behold the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye not much better than they? So the Lord is going to feed them and stuff, but the flesh that they finna eat and stuff is going to be you people, you 2/3 and you heathens, you know what I'm saying, that die off. You know. So my last scripture, this is Habakkuk chapter 2, starting verse 1. It says, "I stand upon my watch," and this is what the prophets are doing and stuff. We're doing these videos and stuff, searching, researching and stuff. You know what I'm saying? We see how these things are coming to pass because we understand the prophecies, and and we give you warning according to Ezekiel 3:16. We give you warning from the Lord because the Lord set us up to give you warning. You know what I'm saying? The king sends forth a message, but he sent it through a messenger, and we the messengers, and we telling you. And it says, and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. It says, and the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. It says, verse 3, it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, and it would not tarry. You know what I'm saying? And tarry means to stall. You know what I'm saying? Meaning it's going to happen. And we're telling you that these things are going to happen and whatnot. And we're seeing it. Pretty much what the Lord is doing with the beasts of the field and stuff, that he's causing them to gather in places where people are heavily populated or where people are around and whatnot and stuff. He's diminishing what they eat. What if it's the regular things that they usually prey upon, you know what I'm saying, and then when it comes down to the garbage, they taking it out. You know what I'm saying? So what's going to be the left in most of these animals that's coming into the fields and stuff, you know what I'm saying, they either omnivores, you know what I'm saying, or carnivores, you know what I'm saying, right? Or carnivores, So what are they going to be looking for? They're going to be looking for meat, because the scriptures do talking about how the vegetation is going to cease. You know what I'm saying? It's no longer going to be here, or it's going to dry out or drought out, you know what I'm saying, including water. So you're going to have these different animals and stuff. They're going to be desperate, just like the people, you know what I'm saying? And people going to lose their sanity and stuff, and they're going to be like brute beasts. They're going to be like actual beasts and stuff, and they're going to be eating people without trying to cook them, season them and stuff. They're going to be trying to eat people and stuff. So that's the spirit of vengeance. And then it's going to be lions, hyenas, cheetahs, your dogs. Because when dogs, when they become wild and stuff, they eat raw flesh. You know what I'm saying? Let a couple of pigs and stuff get on the loose and stuff. That's something that you don't want, because pigs will eat your flesh. And that's what we used back in the ancient days to tidy up after a war. When you had a bunch of dead bodies everywhere, they send a bunch of pigs or warthogs and stuff out into the field to eat up everything, because it's the garbage disposal, you know. So I wouldn't even be surprised if it be some animals that strictly herbivores and whatnot and stuff, and they so hungry, but there's no vegetation, that they really get to start eating each other and stuff, man. So I hope this video was edifying. I'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahshua HaRachakodash, the honors to apostles, great millstone, and salutations to the elect, which we hope to be. Shalom wa ba ba ba.